Hey everybody, I got called out by League Reporter to do part of my interview on webcam. So I don't know if I'm just the first one to fall for this or if this is a new segment, but we'll give it a try here. Sent me some questions. I guess I was called out by Pika last week, so I'm supposed to share a funny story about Pika. Pika actually got me started on Taylor Swift, who is the love of my life up to this point. We used to sit in his living room when he lived with Miller down off Water Street, and we'd play Halo or Call of Duty or whatever the game of the summer was till the early hours of the morning, listening to old Taylor Swift songs off his iPod. It's one of the defining moments of my life. Um, he wants me to preview our upcoming matchup because Pika made the mistake of calling me out the week before we're set to square off. And I don't know if he was trying to distract me or what, but it's not going to work. So I have something else lined up for that later. Yeah, I did dominate Team Cumbucket this week. So yeah, I guess I'm not set up to be the wooden head blunder of the week this week, which this is probably the first week since I've started doing that I'm not a legitimate contender for that award. So I'm pretty happy. He wants me to give you a preview of who that award could be going to this week, and luckily I've already prepared some notes on the subject. So let's see here. Oh, well, I guess going back to Pika, left 26 points on his bench. That's never a good move. Yeah, missed the Mike Evans breakout game. So, if you want to do that again this week, it's fine with me. Um, ooh, here we go. This may end up being called the Woodenhead Blunter of the week, as Blunt on the Cob uh, left John Brown on the bench in favor of Brandon Cooks. I don't know. John Brown doesn't get the league wide recognition, but he's been putting up consistent numbers the entire year. You got to go with the steady performers. But that's the kind of mistakes that get you into the tie situation. Um, the tie was just embarrassing for everyone. I would also like to throw in an honorary tie. Ryan Bloss also ended the week with 114 and a half points, so um, we'll throw him in there too. It was a three-way tie. Um, it's just ugly all around. Let's avoid that. Avoid that from now on. Thoughts on Thesis Team starring Jeremy Macklin after being ruled out at 10 a.m. Central Time by Adam Schefter? Well, I'm glad that the league reporter is recognizing the hard work being done by the other reporters in this industry. Adam Schefter, always on top of the game. You got to pay attention to what those guys are tweeting out. If you're not on Twitter, then that's a big mistake. But there's plenty of ways to get that information. Watch ESPN. Pretty much turn on the TV on any channel. I think they're even doing ins outs on like HGN and the what's the new show about the Property Brothers or something? They probably have a segment on ESPN in the morning where they're going through the ins and outs. So you can't let that happen. That's just embarrassing. You're costing yourself points. You're costing your team points. More importantly, this is a team sport, as we all know. Um, Thoughts on the Packers matchup this week versus the Broncos on Sunday night? Well, that's going to be a big game. I would say that's so far the middle part of the season. This would be the marquee matchup. You got two undefeated teams, two of the all-time best quarterbacks squaring off. Um, I would say right now they're headed in opposite directions career-wise. Manning just looks weak, looks like a child out there. Rodgers, he's strong, he's virile, he's married now. He's probably gonna have some kids of his own soon. They'll probably be better than Peyton Manning by the time he retires. Um, yeah, I would say that this is going to come down to a defensive matchup though. The Broncos defense has been one of the best units in the league all year. Their rush is insane, forcing the pressure, and then their D backs have been gifted some easy interceptions. So I don't think Rodgers will make that mistake, but he's definitely going to have to avoid that rush. I would say look for Cobb to get back on track. Should be some openings across the middle for him. You know he likes those slants and crossing routes, so that should be a good matchup for him. And James Starks look for him to get inside the outside rush from the Broncos and bust off some big plays. What else do we have here? Prediction. I would say Green Bay wins it going away 27-17. Another two-score win for the Pack. Are Bernie and I going to dress up for Halloween this year? I probably not. I guess most of my neighborhood is Haitian or something, so we don't do trick-or-treating, I guess, which is fine with me. I'll probably just throw on some Harry Potter and some spooky sound effects and have a good night. Bernie, I think, would kill me if I tried to dress her up. She doesn't get into that. So if you want to see her, it's her looking out the window. Bernie. There she is. Big, beautiful girl. All right. Well, that's all I got. Keep reading, and I'm planning on making another video, so check out the bottom of the post. All right.